Hello again. Just read a rather interesting article. It was written by Catherine Heritage, and the title is Benghazi Night Call Between Clinton and Obama Withheld Documents Show. Now, as some of you know, there was a dump of information that was given, and the documents in question were being withheld due to executive privilege by the chosen one. He's the only one that can exert that. And the only time he can exert that is if he, in fact, is involved. Otherwise, he can't bestow it on someone else, as I've said in previous videos. Now, what's interesting, and I want to provide you with a little bit of my insight. When Benghazi took place, 9/11/12, or shortly thereafter, I posted countless videos on what I assumed happened and why it happened. MOV 01868, the pieces of the puzzle all fit, Benghazi is the key. I did that at the very beginning of 2013. I also posted a number of other videos that spoke about what I understood happened the evening of 9/11/12. Barack Hussein Obama was contacted by Leon Panetta and General Dempsey, and they had told him that there was an attack that took place in Benghazi, Libya, and I'm sure he was fully aware of it for the reasons that I've clearly outlined in MOV 01868. The pieces of the puzzle fit, Benghazi's the key. Now, apparently what also happened is there was a phone conversation between Barack Hussein and Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State. She obviously should have been fully brought up to speed as to what took place in Benghazi, Libya, especially the week prior to the scheduled meeting of Ambassador Chris Stevens. Hillary reassigned 14 Marines that protected the facility. And again, it wasn't an embassy, it was simply a facility. Now, what's interesting as well is Leon Panetta and General Dempsey were asked if they spoke to Hillary that evening, and they had said no. They had said they had gone, after speaking with the chosen one, they went to the Pentagon. Now, what I recall reading and talking about at that time was that the conversation that took place between the Secretary of State and the chosen one, Barack Hussein Obama, Obama wanted Hillary to come out and get on national television and blame the event on the video. And I recall stating that Hillary had a conversation with Billy Bob Clinton, and he had told her not to do that because he had told her it would come back on her. Now, she had told Billy Bob that she already spoke to the chosen one, and I assume she agreed to do what he had asked. After she spoke to Billy Bob, she told the chosen one that she would not do what he requested, but she did agree to do what she did when she lied in the Rose Garden and when she said that it was an event that took place because of a video that was produced in California. Barack Hussein Obama then went and got Susan Rice to go on national television and to spew the lie. The lie that Hillary should have spewed, but Hillary refused to do it for the reasons that I believe I had already explained, which was that Bill had told her that it would come back on her. He was right. Now, what this article states, there are a number of people that knew what took place because they were privy to the dialogue between Hillary and the chosen one. Brigadier Meehan, Ben Rhodes, he's a real piece of work, Jake Sullivan, and Philippe Raines. According to this article, those individuals all knew what took place during that conversation. You have to ask yourself a question. Why in the world would Barack Hussein Obama exert executive privilege and keep the conversation that he had with Hillary private and confidential? What could he have said that the American people shouldn't be aware of, other than what I've just told you. That's what I believe happened. Barack Obama wanted Hillary to spew the lie, and she refused to do so. But Susan Rice was a willing accomplice. What amazes me is how these people know the truth, how these people know why those 4 people were slaughtered in Benghazi, Libya. These people all know what was taking place in Benghazi, Libya. The weapons that were controlled by the previous president, Gaddafi, were being shipped from Libya into Turkey to Obama's cohort, Tayyip Erdogan. And from there, they were sent to support the supposed rebel freedom fighters who have morphed into ISIS. Barack Hussein Obama has been funding and equipping terrorists for countless years. I recall doing a video where the Secretary of State said they've been training, equipping, and funding the insurgents, the rebel freedom fighters in Jordan for years. The only reason Barack Hussein Obama would exert executive privilege and keep those documents of his phone conversation with Hillary Rodham Clinton is because he and she are both corrupt and guilty of treason. Treason against the American people. Obama did the same thing as far as exerting executive privilege when the congressman from California, Darrell Issa, was closing the net on that dirtbag, less than honorable Attorney General Eric H. Holder Jr. over Fast and Furious. Barack Hussein Obama said he didn't know anything about Fast and Furious until he heard it on television. The same applies to the less than honorable Attorney General Eric H. Holder Jr. David Ogden, O-D-G-E-N. Google David Ogden, O-D-G-E-N, March the 24th, 2009. And you'll hear what he has to say about the gun running program. You'll hear what he says about Barack Obama providing $10 million for initial funding. You'll hear him say that the less than honorable Attorney General Eric H. Holder Jr. had opened up additional field offices to track their weapons. When Benghazi failed, the truth is still being kept from the American people. Because the truth is, what I had stated in that video, Barack Hussein Obama wanted a big win before the 2012 presidential election. He had planned with the Muslim Brotherhood out of Egypt, with Mohammed Morsi, to kidnap the ambassador and have Barack Hussein Obama trade the ambassador's life for the blind sheik. The blind sheik's in a federal prison. The blind sheik was convicted of trying to bomb the Twin Towers in 1993. To the Muslim Brotherhood, the blind sheik is a prophet. Mohammed Morsi had promised when he was inaugurated as president that he would free the blind sheik and return him to the Muslim Brotherhood. He also promised to turn Jerusalem into the capital of Egypt. Neither one of those events happened. They didn't happen because of Glenn Doherty and Tyrone Woods, who wouldn't obey 2 of the chosen ones' stand-down orders. The only one that can give a stand-down order in a foreign country is the President of the United States. They didn't obey because they had heard gunfire. They had received requests for assistance. They waited 30 minutes after the first stand-down order, and then they went. And the reason the ambassador was killed was because the terrorists were told there'd be no military intervention. And when Glenn Doherty and Tyrone Woods and 2 other operators came from the CIA annex, they killed 60 of the terrorists. The terrorists killed the ambassador in retribution. If they wanted to kill the ambassador, they would have left his body where they killed Sean Smith, who was the ambassador's aide. He didn't die at the facility. They raped him and they killed him at another location. That, my friend, is why Barack Hussein Obama has exerted executive privilege to continue to hide the truth from the American people. Hillary knows what happened. Bernadine Meehan knows what happened. Ben Rhodes knows what happened. Jane Sullivan knows what happened. And Philippe Rines knows what happened, as does Barack Hussein Obama, and as do most Americans that are awake. That's what will eventually come out. I'm absolutely convinced the only reason these documents are being withheld is because they'll show how corrupt this administration is. It's no different than the IRS scandal. That goes right back to Barack Hussein Obama's feet. That's where that goes. But that's why it was buried under the rug, like all the other countless scandals. This administration will go down as the most corrupt criminal administration in history. You think not? You're not thinking. Read the article. There's a little video clip. Watch the video. And let me know where I'm wrong. You can't. And you won't be able to.